Good to see you.
So, 4 movies, Bella's contained. Now she's a tiger let out of the cage. I'm curious if you could talk about what that was like as an actress, especially when you were doing it at the same time as the first part of Breaking Dawn. So you were caged, uncaged, maybe on the same days, but also related to the central themes of the movie, which is the rites of passage for a girl into womanhood.
I was really lucky to have played human Bella for so long. The best aspects of every vampire, all of their gifts, everything that makes them really special is always it's always an enhanced version of what they were when they were human. And so I really did get to play an incredibly well-rounded version of a vampire just because I actually got to take those steps for real. And I think that she. I think I always say the same thing. But if you were to take the fact that she becomes a vampire completely away, it's just a more realized version of who she's been the entire time. I think it's why it really touches so many people. I think too. It's like it really does represent that stage of life where you're full, pumping, full of like bubbling over with something that maybe you can't put your finger on. And if you're the type of person, in this case, I'm not gonna make a huge thing about the girl thing, but like a girl who has faith in themselves enough to not ignore those feelings and find out why they're there, and sort of people kind of think she's nuts the entire time. It's like Bella's always losing it. She's making very odd decisions, and they're fully informed by feeling. And I think that now it all makes sense, and she can kind of stand up and go, I told you it was worth it, and we held on for a reason. And really satisfying, really like a lot of fun. And it was also like breaking her in like a car as well. It's like how fast does it go? And it was fun.
Hi, Kristen. Are you keeping, or did you want to keep, any props or parts of your costume as a memento of the series?
I kept the rings. The rings are really important to me. Her mother gives her a moon ring in the beginning, and fully and completely reminds me of Catherine Hardwicke every time I look at it. And I'm trying to think anything else. I have that too. Hold on to that one. Other than that, she's not really into stuff. There aren't a whole lot of props. So no, that was probably it. The rings, but those are really, really extremely important to me. I love those things.
Kristen, Rob was telling us a little bit earlier about what the moment that it kind of hit him, that it was how big the magnitude of this series was going to be. And that was in Munich when you stepped into the crowd of 30,000 people, and the people were going crazy, and it was just like, what? I was just wondering, for you, was that the same moment for you, or when did you realize that how big this thing was going to be?
It's grown so much, even kind of recently, even. So I don't know if we ever, never really realized to the extent that it's gotten to. But Comic-Con for me was the first time I was ever hit with a wave of human energy that was like, this is not a normal movie. And we always really approached Twilight. What is going on? That was very weird. No, it just felt like something that was so very much our own, and that first dose of sharing it with the first dose of looking up and seeing that something that's really like affected you and moved you does the same thing to other people. It was like mind blowing. Coolest thing about the job, actually, because like when you have that on set with a director or an actor or whatever, anytime you like something together, you're gonna like it more. And so after that, it was like, whoa, we're really going places. I was really excited. I was excited and incredibly overwhelmed, admittedly, but it is kind of the greatest part of the job, is to be able to share that.